Hey there, folks. This is Colin Chisholm with another episode of Streaming Wars for you. Thanks so much for coming along on this journey with me. Great to have you here. We're going to take a little pause on the Christmas stuff just for a second. You remember a while back I was discussing how I really need to catch up on these Marvel shows. So I decided to finally watch Hawkeye, and I also finally, the whole goal basically is because I really want to watch She-Hulk. Before I could do that, I had some catching up to do. So this time I wanted to talk about Moon Knight, which stars Oscar Isaac as the titular Moon Knight. It's on Disney Plus, like with all the other Marvel stuff. So we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer to She-Hulk, and can't wait for that. But anyways, I will say now, I think Moon Knight is actually kind of a win for me, which is great. I didn't really know what to expect. The trailers are very mysterious, and I'm like, what is this thing? It kind of has a feeling of like a Christopher Nolan thing meets like The Mummy. Anyway. But I actually really, really liked it. So the basic idea here is that Oscar Isaac is Stephen Grant. He's this sort of goofy museum employee who's just sort of trying to go through the motions a little bit and try to make something of his life. But at the same time, he's kind of two people in one. He's also this sort of trained special forces dude called Mark Spector. And Oscar Isaac is fantastic in this. He kind of switches between the two almost seamlessly. It does take a while for the show to get there, but I'm not spoiling too much by telling you this because it is such a core component to the show of this sort of two minds, one body. And I think he really sort of pulls it off. Sometimes he works with himself, sounds kind of weird, in tandem. Sometimes they're in opposition. It's all surrounding the idea of they want to prevent this Egyptian god called Ammit from coming back, who will basically wipe out. It's the Marvel thing where the galaxy is at risk and we're all going to die unless this one thing gets prevented. It's that. This time through the Egyptian kind of mythos, which, by the way, is beautifully done. Like the gods are realized in such an interesting way, and everything feels just very cool and mysterious. And even when you do finally see Oscar Isaac's character in his full kind of Moon Knight regalia, which doesn't happen too often, which I think is actually kind of cool. It just looks so neat. He has like sort of the mummy wrappings, but in a very interesting warrior way. And I like that they don't shove the hero stuff down your face. You're getting a lot of like Oscar Isaac's actual human character quite a bit here, and only sparingly do you see the full costume come out. And it makes those moments way more impactful and way more interesting when they finally do. So really cool, really reserved, kind of well thought out. I also really enjoyed the villain in this. Ethan Hawke plays the main villain here and just hamming it up in the best way. I was really, really happy with his performance. Not afraid to kind of be a little silly and a little, just eating up the camera. Really, really fantastic work. The whole cast, I thought, did an awesome job here. So a really fun surprise, Moon Knight. Actually, you should go check it out. One thing that's kind of cool too is that you don't really need to know anything else about the Marvel stuff. It really is a standalone thing. You wouldn't even know that Moon Knight was part of the MCU if you didn't get all the branding in like the opening titles. But otherwise, it's just kind of a perfectly unique standalone thing. I'll be interested to see how they integrate Moon Knight into the rest of the series, but until then, this is a really cool thing. Anyways, that's Moon Knight coming up soon, although I have some more Christmas stuff first. I'll be talking about Ms. Marvel. I have been checking that out on Disney Plus as well, so we're getting there. But that's going to do it for this episode, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always. I'll mention here again, we're now mostly on YouTube in terms of our video stuff, so please subscribe if you wouldn't mind on our YouTube page. And also, feel free to add this show to your favorite podcast player. That'd be great. But until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.